So let's talk about the royal family. Let's talk about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, guys. Again, if you're new to this channel, hit that like, subscribe button, hit that bell so you know whenever I post a video. I got to get a little dancing in there. And if you also like to support this channel, you can send me a super thanks down below. So this is an article from People. It says Prince Harry reveals plans for the future and why he and Meghan Markle look forward to traveling more. The Duke of Sussex tells People what drives him and Meghan Markle to make a difference. This was published by Simon Perry on May 15, 2024. It says Prince Harry knows the importance of personal connection when it comes to his and wife Meghan Markle's work. Now, you guys know about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They used to be royals, then they faced racism, they peaced out. Royal family in Britain, a lot of people didn't like that, but they're still beasting it on their humanitarian work. Part of their humanitarian work is the Invictus Games. It is like one of the biggest Olympic Games for injured veterans, you know, and it's really, really great work. So they've been up to that, and Nigeria was recently inducted into the Invictus Games, and Meghan Markle found out that she has 43% genealogy from Nigeria, and Nigerians have been like, they basically have been gobbling her up. Like, I'm surprised she hasn't been gobbled up by all Nigerian women whole. Just So, speaking to People on the couple's 3-day trip to Nigeria, the Duke of Sussex says, "It is hugely important for us to meet directly with people, supporting our causes and listening in order to bring about solutions, support, and positive change." Now, let me just say here, what Meghan Markle went through was horrendous. If you don't know about it, read about it. I mean, the racism, the death threats, the miscarriage from all the stress, you know, being denied mental help. And then Prince Harry, who lost Princess Diana, his mom, at such a young age while she was being chased down by paparazzi. It's just like him watching that. I don't even want to put myself in his shoes of what that had to be like to go through that. And the royal family was really complicit. They didn't want to ruffle the feathers. They didn't want to change the way that things have always been done, where the media just stalks and harasses the royals, you know, until they're almost a bloody pulp of nothing, and you just don't do anything about it because you just don't want to ruffle the feathers. And we're just not going to talk about race because we just don't want to ruffle the feathers. And Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are like, dude, we're suffering here. So when all of that was said and done, they went back to Meghan Markle's home country, my home country, the U.S., where we claim to be a little bit more, you know, accepting, a little bit more diverse, a little bit more open about, you know, the history as it is, as it's seen, as it exists. And they happen to be happier there. But the thing that I find most admirable is that they continue their humanitarian work. They continue their work with children. They continue their work with veterans. They continue their work with mental health. They continue their philanthropy work with women. Like, it just, that is the thing that's most. Will you dare to love? Check out my book, Millennial and Gen Z Guide to Marriage, Love in the Age of Lies, Deception, and Mistrust. Peer to peer, I will journey with you in the pitfalls, love, laughter, and even in the pains that come with marriage. Despite the bad PR, I believe our generations shouldn't give up on love just yet. This book will make you look at millennial and Gen Z marriage, life, and love with a refreshing new lens. This is our time. Compared to baby boomers and Gen Xers, millennials and Gen Z are getting married less, buying homes later, and suffering poverty more. Whether you've got a bit of hope or you need some hope desperately, here are all the tips and tricks taken from my own experience and my own millennial marriage. You'll grow in love and happiness when you apply them across marriage, other relationships, your career, health, and every aspect of your life. Millennial and Gen Z Guide to Marriage, Love in the Age of Lies, Deception, and Mistrust is available now on Amazon. I'm so happy you're on this journey with me. Let's get started. Order your copy today. It's admirable to me. It's so authentic, you know, and you can feel it. So it goes on to say, looking to the future, Harry and Meghan are anticipating more travel opportunities to further their initiatives. I think this is Prince Harry saying this. This was really nice. It says, there's only so much one can do from home or over Zoom. So we look forward to traveling more because the work matters. Whether it's the Archewell Foundation, Invictus, or any of our other causes. There will always be reasons to meet the people at the heart of our work, the Duke says. I mean, can you not love that? Can you not love it? Harry and Meghan traveled to Nigeria to champion their Archewell Foundation's mental health initiatives for young people and to promote the Invictus Games, which Nigeria joined for the first time last year. It says, I'm so happy with the growth of Invictus and to include Nigeria, the Duke of Sussex says. You know what Africa means to me over the years, and Prince Harry has been very, very close to Africa. I mean, I feel like, aside from maybe Queen Elizabeth, because Queen Elizabeth also was really close with Africa. And I feel like that's why she was more accepted, honestly, by the brown portion of the world, because, you know, she actually really, really did hold that authentic, loving space. Prince Harry has that same thing. She was more accepted than King Charles, I want to say, by the brown world. So it goes on to say, the Duke of Sussex also recalls his emotional visit to a military hospital in Kaduna, which people joined, and the very low morale he felt among the approximately 50 men there. And we know that Prince Harry served in the military, and so he really, really keeps that closeness that he feels with veterans. Out of those 50, there were 2 guys who were smiling and happy. And they were the 2 who were in Germany at the Dusseldorf Invictus Games last year. And we know that the Invictus Games, you can tell that it really, really does something for these veterans. And I think that, you know, I'm always talking about how, like, whatever representative group that you come from, you're probably going to be able to feel more empathy and compassion for people from those groups. And so that's why Black people are going to want Black people to be in their government. You know, Muslim people are going to want Muslim people to represent them in local city council. LGBTQ people are going to want to see representation of themselves on TV, for example. It's the same thing with veterans. You know, I feel like veterans are often just kind of pushed aside in society. We sort of honor them in our own way during Memorial Day, and then it's just like they're forgotten about. But with the Invictus Games, that's like something that is so, it's moving. You can tell Prince Harry's heart is really in this because he is a veteran, he served, but he also knows when these people come home injured, maybe paralyzed, maybe they've lost limbs, you know, he wants to show them, like, you can still go and compete in games, you can play, you can use your body and have physical well-being and do your sports. And that is going to do something for you. So basically, they're still going in hard on all of their different, you know, adventures, their humanitarian efforts. Meghan Markle just released a jam company. I think she's starting a jam company. She released an Instagram, and people are really, really excited about that. I'm really excited about that. I don't know that people should be that excited yet because it clearly is a brand presence. You know, I don't think Meghan Markle is going to be posting like she did back in the day on her own personal Instagram, but it's still something to be excited about. The Invictus Games is something to be excited about. I'm really, really, I think it's going to be in Whistler, Canada. I'm really excited about that. We'll cover that together. But on the other hand, you know, this is the amazing stuff that's going on with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. But on the other hand, you've also got back home, you know, in Britain with, you know, the other royals. Weird stuff is going on. So this is another article from People. It says, Royal Family quietly deleted Prince Harry's rare statement confirming his romance with Meghan Markle from website. Prince Harry said he was worried about Meghan's safety as she'd been subjected to a wave of abuse and harassment. This article is from May 28, 2024. I won't read the article, but literally, this is like this whitewashing over what Meghan Markle went through, which was racism, harassment, death threats, you know, stalking. The royal family is trying to, like, erase that it ever happened, you know? It's like the Sphinx and the sphere and the pharaohs, the big sculptures of the pharaohs in that movie, The Prince of Egypt, where their noses are pointy. And it's like, dude, their noses were big. They were black. You know, it happened. It happened. It happened. They're just trying to erase. They're just trying to erase that it ever happened. You know, it's sad to watch this. And I think many people, they won't see this as being racist. They'll just see it as like, I don't know, logical. They're not royals anymore, so we're just being logical. But this is clearly, like Prince Harry said, this is unconscious bias. Like, why hasn't this happened? Did this happen with Fergie, for example? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments.